Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Let's talk about impeachment today at 9 o'clock. Nancy Pelosi and I guess Adam Schiff and Jerry Nadler, they'll all try to huddle around that microphone. It will look like the Addams family reunion when they do get around it. And they will present the two articles of impeachment that they will be voting on. I understand by the end of this week, the House Judiciary Committee will vote on it and bring it to the floor on the House for an early vote next week, and then move it over to the Senate. Now, it's too hard, and I will tell you this, it's too hard to go through and get the best of. It really is, okay? So if you come here this morning and Doug Collins is, you're thinking, man, I heard Doug Collins say, this, and I want to hear it again. Or you think, well, you know what? Let me see. I'm looking for one particular picture. And you start thinking which one would be the best clips you can run. You can't get to all of them. And I will say this, and I know I've got that picture. I know I do. Because it is the one picture I think is the biggest. It says it all to me, and I'm going to find that here in a minute. I'll find it in just a second. But I want to play this one. Let's start with some video, and then we'll comment as we go through. So let's go with I have a video in there, and it's a Twitter video. I thought I had it. Hold on. Here it is. Maybe this one. Let's go with the Twitter video that says, during testimony today, Goldman refused to discuss his contacts with the anti-Trump CIA whistleblower. You have that one? It's a Twitter. The top of the article is, Democrat hack attorney Goldman refuses to answer on contact with the whistleblower. And it's the Twitter video in there. Run that video for me, please. I don't know how she always does the Twitter videos, but she runs them. I don't know how she pulls them out of the articles. It does that, but I can move to something else if we've got to figure that out. All right, let's see. Hang tight, folks. Okay, give me just a minute, folks, and we'll come right back. Sorry about that, folks. We're back, and I'm your host, BKP. Hold on to that video there. Give me number 54, okay? Now, I want to go to that video right now. We're going to play some videos, but this is the clip this morning that CNN put up that the words, okay? And, you know, I follow CNN and MSNBC, and I watch what they're doing in the morning in the narrative. Impeachment hearing. Nadler said, okay, Trump put himself before his country. Now, I want to give you a minute to absorb that Nadler, the chair of the House Judiciary Committee, yesterday said Trump put himself before his country. Now, could you do me a favor? The 706-889-9700. Could you text me, chief@FetchYourNews.com, email me all the places that in 8 years Barack Hussein Obama donated his salary as president of the United States to. Right? I want to know every quarter. I think they get paid by the quarter. I want to know everywhere. Did Barack Hussein Obama take his paycheck? I don't know. You tell me. In 3 years, President Trump has never taken a paycheck. Now, whether he wants to admit it or not, it has cost him personally in his business to be president of the United States. His family has been attacked. His son has been attacked, Barrett, his other adult sons. It has cost him in every way. You go to these rallies, you go across the country, and you meet anywhere the president has been, he shows actions of how much he loves this country. And that right there, now you can listen, this lasted 9.5 hours yesterday. It was absolutely ridiculous. And this morning, as I'm listening to the news exonerate James Comey, say the IG report cleared everybody, and you and I, they're laughing. I told you yesterday, they're laughing out loud at us. But this right here, Nadler, Trump put himself before his country. It's absolutely, this is the most absurd thing that has been said about the President of the United States. I understand everything they're accusing him of, but that right there, that lands. Now, do you have that video now? Let's go ahead and play that Twitter video, okay?
On October 2nd, the New York Times reported that the whistleblower, quote, approached a House Intelligence Committee aide with his concerns about Mr. Trump. Is that accurate?
Sorry, say that again?
On October 2nd, the New York Times reported that the whistleblower approached a House Intelligence Committee aide with his concern about Mr. Trump. Is that accurate?
I think the whistleblower's concerns about President Trump are from the threats that
no, that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking, did the whistleblower approach a House Intelligence Committee? Let me ask it a different way. Have you had any communications with the whistleblower?
As I said earlier in response to questions from your colleagues, I'm not going to get into any...
So you're refusing to answer whether you've communicated with the whistleblower?
The whistleblower is not relevant to this report.
He's the whole basis of the beginning of this investigation. He's absolutely relevant.
Well, he's
to this committee,
he's not
to the
relied
American
upon.
people.
The whistleblower's complaints, for the reasons that Mr. Castor said, are not included. His allegations are not included in our report because the evidence has been outstripped and surpassed by the 17 witnesses that we have had come in to testify directly about the conduct that the whistleblower blew.
So as you sit here today, do you know the identity of the whistleblower?
Sir, I'm not going to talk to you about the identity of the whistleblower.
Because you're also refusing to answer whether you've had communications. That's my time, not yours. You're refusing to answer whether you had communications with the whistleblower. Has any other staff in the Intel Committee had communications with the whistleblower?
Sir, in the Intelligence Committee...
You're refusing to answer that question. And unfortunately, the American people want to know those answers, and unfortunately, my time
Congress has a right to maintain the anonymity...
So at 9 a.m. in exactly 8 minutes, Nancy Pelosi, Jerry Nadler, Adam Schiff, the whole Adams family reunion will gather around a microphone and tell you that they have enough evidence. Remember, we talked about evidence yesterday, to bring 2 articles of impeachment against the President of the United States. Now, yesterday an IG report said there was 17 omissions. There was so many things that were inaccurate and done wrong on the FISA warrant for Carter Page, but there's nothing to see here. The IG report, not enough evidence. But how come nobody on the other side accidentally gets in trouble for anything? Accident, not even by accident. But we are going to bring, as the House of Representatives, Nancy's going to bring and nullify 63 million votes, and no fact witness has come before the Judiciary Committee. The Judiciary Committee had the other day 3 constitutional scholars, not a fact witness. Yesterday, 2 attorneys. One attorney was a witness, and then he was an interrogator for the Democrats. Holy mackerel, Batman. How does that happen? Right? But we're going to have 2 articles of impeachment without a fact witness. And this guy, the whistleblower, remember they ran out, the whistleblower report. Now it's irrelevant. He's irrelevant. Eric Charmella is irrelevant. Eric Charmella that brought the whistleblower report, if they really wanted the American people to know the truth, would be sitting there and letting them ask questions. When did you find out? How did you find out? Who told you? Where did you go? Did you meet with anybody in Adam Schiff's staff? Did anybody help you write the report? Did anybody tell you how to send it in? Let's go to the other article. And there's another Twitter. The article's name there is Watch Democrat Counsel's Mouth Drop Open as GOP Rep Matt Gatez. Okay? And if you'll scroll down in that article, you'll see a tweet from Representative Matt Gatez, and the video's in there. And when you can get that up and ready, just go with it, okay? So we're going to play a couple more, and then we're going to play just a couple more here. Ready? All right, go for it.
Mr.
Okay, we're going to reload that one, folks. As soon as she reloads that one, we'll have it. Trying to go through and get a couple. We think the storm last night where we're having some computer issues this morning. We think that's, it's coming from, again, that storm from last night. So trying to get this all together. Just go ahead when you get it reloaded and go ahead and run it if you could.
Anything at the president? No. Mr. Goldman, same question.
I have made a number of tweets in my private capacity before I came to this job when I was working in the media, yes.
Matter of fact, this is one of those tweets, right? And you said, nothing in the dossier is proven false, but in fact the dossier said that there was a Russian consulate in Miami when there isn't. The dossier said that Michael Cohen had a meeting in Prague when he didn't. The dossier said that Michael Cohen's wife was Russian. She's, in fact, Ukrainian. And so, as we sit here today, where you, I guess, got a tweet mentioning a P-tape, presenting yourself not as a partisan, hired by the Democrats to pursue the president, do you regret this tweet?
Sir, I would be happy to put this investigation up with any of the nonpartisan investigations.
I just want to know if you regret the tweet, Mr. Goldman.
During my 10 years as a federal prosecutor.
Do you regret it?
I hope you read the evidence, and I think you can judge.
You either regret it or you don't regret it, Mr. Goldman. I guess you don't want to answer the question.
All right, let's go with the YouTube video, Clear and Present Danger. Clear and Present Danger. Let's go with that one. Okay. You have Doug Collins, focus group impeachment has no facts. Maybe. One says Trump a clear and present danger. A focus group impeachment has no facts. And then there's Doug Collins, bang the gavel. I forget that one. Let's go with that one. Is it flashing orange?
And raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm under penalty of perjury that the testimony you're about to give is true and correct to the best of your knowledge, information, and belief? So help you God. Let the record show the presenters answered in the affirmative. Thank you, and please be seated.
Just 2 days ago, President Trump stated publicly that he hopes that his personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, will report to the Department of Justice and to Congress the results of Mr. Giuliani's efforts in Ukraine last week to pursue these false allegations meant to tarnish Vice President Biden. President Trump's persistent and continuing effort to coerce a foreign country to help him cheat to win an election is a clear and present danger to our free and fair elections and to our national security.
The Democrat narrative virtually ignores any evidence that's not helpful for their case. It ignores, for instance, that Ambassador Sondland's testimony that he presented, that there was a quid pro quo, and it ignores the many public statements made by Ukrainian officials. The report presents a story as if the evidence is clear, when in reality it's anything but. Democrats have gone to great lengths to gather information to build their case, and they've even obtained and released phone records relating to the communications of the president's personal attorney, a reporter, and a member of Congress. There are additional phone records that have not yet been released, and our members remain concerned about the prospect of more phone records being released. There have been a lot of hyperbole, a lot of hysteria over the last 3 months about this inquiry and the underlying facts. I believe a lot of this can be traced back to the anonymous whistleblower complaint. I believe the whistleblower reframed a lot of the facts at issue and caused witnesses in the inquiry to recast their views. And it's unfortunate that we haven't been able to interview the whistleblower.
All right, folks, we're going to take a brief break, and when we come back, we're going to go through a couple more clips, see how our internet's running, and make a decision on the technical things that are going on this morning. So take us a break.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
I'm Jeff Riblett, president of Asset Protection Group. As a certified financial planner and with 20 years experience, I've helped thousands of families and business owners create a tremendous amount of wealth. Fortunately, most of that wealth has been protected. Don't allow an unforeseen life event, such as a nursing home stay or the next market meltdown, destroy